Hi there, welcome to this week live. And in today's live, we are going to talk about sitemap. Don't worry, it's not the scary one, it's one that's going to be fun, and you can actually learn how to do certain work on your website to check out. So, what exactly is sitemap? So, if you are thinking about your website as a book, then the sitemap is a table of content that can actually guide people through the pages of your website to actually shows them what they need to do on how to use your website. And there are two type of sitemap. Okay, so the first sitemap is internal sitemap, the one that you kind of arrange your pages in a way that is easy to navigate, easy for people to move from one page to another or one content to another. Then that is a bit of internal sitemap, which show the navigation and how page link to each other. And then the second sitemap is external sitemap. And that one has to do with how Google actually see your website. And the purpose of that is to be able to know how to prioritize what page is important and in what order. So first, you need to be able to submit your sitemap to Google. So Google don't just randomly pick up your sitemap. They could do that, but you don't want to be a passive website owner. You want to be a proactive website owner. So what that means is that you're going to take action to let Google know that your website exists and you want people to see the web page. And how you do that is to submit your website to Google and help them to see that. But if you already own a website for a while now, and maybe you have moved your website platform from one platform to another, how do you actually know what Google see when it comes to the table of content about your website, the site map of your website? What's that visibility look like for Google? Are they confused about what they are saying? Are they sending traffic to a wrong page on your website? Or are they sending traffic to an old page on your website? How can you check that out? That's what we're going to do today. So you need two things. One, you need to know where your website is built on. So if your website is built on WordPress, Wix, Squarespace, or any other platform, you need to know that. And you'll be surprised how many people hire someone to work on their website. They get a website, they don't know which platform their website is built on. So the first thing is for you to know where is your website built on. And why this is important is because it will help you know how to check your sitemap. So there's a specific way to check it if your website is built outside WordPress. So I'm going to show you both ways to check it. So you need a first thing, where is your website built on? When you know that, you need to have your website address. And once you have those two things, you should be able to check your sitemap out and know what does Google see about your website. You ready for this? Now let's get started. Hopefully you can see my screen. Be sure the screen is shared. Yep. So if your website is not built on WordPress, what you want to do, that is, if your website is built outside WordPress, that is Wix, Squarespace, or any other platform you're using building your website, what you need to do is to type your domain name on any browser of your choice and put sitemap, and then it should be able to show you what Google do know about your website. The table of content in this content is how many pages do Google knows about your website, and are they directing traffic to the right place? Okay, that is how you check it. But what if your website is built on WordPress? What do you do? So if your website is built on WordPress, how would you check out your sitemap? So what you would do is to go to your domain name, and then you're gonna put WP, so that's that for WordPress, and you're gonna put sitemap.xml. So that's how you check your sitemap if it's built on WordPress. Okay. When you do that, depending on the structure of your website and what your website is built on and what type of SEO tools you use in making your website visible on search engine, it will show you something similar to this. What I want you to pay attention to when you do this, if your website is built on WordPress or is built on any platform, you can still do the same thing. If you do it without that, it will still shows you without WordPress, like WP will still shows you what you need to see. What I want you to pay attention to is the category of the pages that you have. Like in my website here, you see that I have pages that's like blog, which has post. If I click that, it's going to take you to my blog. If I click on this one that give me your domain name, does the page and the sitemap, it's going to take you to the pages on the website. Now let's try that one out. So these are the pages that I have on my website. So what you want to do is to click on the pages that you have on your website to make sure that it actually leads you to the right destination. So I'm going to try one out with you and say, where does it take you to? Okay, let's look around. I have a specific page I want you to see in mind. And then I'm going to click on that. For example, let's go to this one. So if I click on that, it brings you to my website consulting page, which shares more details on what we do during our one-to-one website consultations and what the opportunity is for you. So the most important thing is that when you actually do this, you see that your website is indexed into Google. This is a proof that it's indexed into Google, meaning that when Google try to crawl your website or go through the pages of your website, they can literally tell what that page is for, who is it for, and the priority of that page. So this is one way that you could check out if your website is actually visible on Google. And if it's actually visible on Google, is it the right traffic you're getting? Because it's very important for you to make your SEO work for you. You have done the work, you get someone to build your website for you. Your website is fully optimized, but what does Google see? Does what they see confusing to them? Does it help them understand what they need to do with your website in terms of which audience they should show it for? This is very important for you to be able to know what does Google do know about your website and use that information to help you turn website visitor into paying client. So I hope you find this video helpful. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me your question in the comments below. If you're also watching these videos from other platforms that I'm streaming it to, please feel free to try this out to check out what does Google do see about your website and how does that help your website visibility and help more people to know your website and get to know you and what you do. And if you would like me to help you with your website, I offer full website audit where I actually check everything that needs to be known about your website so that when Google look at your website, the visibility is actually doing what it meant to do. So I will look at your website audited with intention to help you implement the recommendation and help you turn visitor into paying client. So whatever you are doing, keep the dream of your website alive, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.